You ever do something and you're like, this will work and it'll be fine. And then you do it and then you have time to think and stew on it. So I probably saw some time-lapse, or not time-lapse photo, but still photos of me in the construction of this table with the solid core door on the frame. I put the casters on the bottom and I attached them with these, it's a wood screw, and I felt at the time that the heads of these were wide enough, but when I put it in, they were just barely enough, and I don't really feel comfortable leaving them in. So I have decided that I'm going to replace them. Going to a hex lag nut with a washer to make sure, because I'm going to have all my tools attached to this, so I want to make sure that this thing, I mean, the frame, as you can see, is going to be Helfer Stout. The casters on there are Helfer Stout. The door is Helfer Stout. So I just want to make sure that attachment there is good, because there is going to be a weight on the far end. I'll have my lathe up here. I'm going to have my bench grinder, and then also my sander, and probably along this side over here I'll put my scroll saw, and then some of my other workbenches in the stave go away. I will get bracing, and then I'll have a shelf built on the bottom, and then so a lot of the things that are on the floor can actually go on there, toolboxes and parts and pieces and miscellaneous whatever. But now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this jack that I have. Jack this up because it is extremely heavy and I can't flip this thing over. It's too heavy to flip over now. Take the screws off, take the screws out, put the lag nuts in. All right, here's the finish standing table. I know in a previous video I'd indicated it was going to be about 36 inches tall. I ended up to be about 37.5 inches tall, which actually is like perfect. I've already done a couple little projects where I replaced the screens for a couple windows and a sliding screen for a door. But no, this table's turned out great. Okay, so like this is the third time that I've tried to do this little story time. I keep getting interrupted. But here we go. So I love my rattle gun impact driver. It's a 1/4 inch drive, small. You know, when I had it in my head that it would provide about 44 foot-pounds, you know, final torque. So I didn't really worry about like what the torque capacity would be for a 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inch long lag bolts. So I finished, you know, in the previous video I said I replaced the wood screws with the lag bolts, and got down to the last caster, and lo and behold, the last or second to last lag bolt, the head snaps off. Well, that got me thinking, and did a little research, and two things that I learned is, one, pilot holes, always good, helps them go in easier, keeps the wood from splitting. I did do pilot holes. Second part of this is recommended torque rating on a lag bolt. Well, on a 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inch long lag bolt, it's like 10 pounds. So basically snug it up. Not with the rattle gun. So I love them, but you got to be super careful when you're using them, because you can easily over torque. So that got me thinking on all of those lag bolts and all of those casters that I stressed them out and run the risk that at any time a head could pop off and I could lose a caster. So I went through, replaced every one of the lag bolts. These are actually 3 of the ones I replaced. going in the trash because they're pretty much, you can overstress them. Once you do that, they don't have the strength anymore. So anyway, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. Sometimes I make mistakes. So there's me owning up to that one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Have a good one.